In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your marketing agency and scale your D-Time business to $40,000 per month. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars to learn this ad strategy, and this is the same information my clients pay me $5,000 to learn, and I'm going to show you exactly how to implement it in the next 15 minutes. When you're running meta ads, to start off, if you want to attract ceramic coating, PPF, window tint, or vinyl wrap clients, I don't recommend running ads until you can spend $70 to $100 per day on meta ads. For reference, if you want to make $40,000 per month, you should expect to budget about $140 per day on meta ads to generate $40,000 per month. The reason that's the case is because when you're running this strategy, you need to disperse your budget into 4 or 5 different campaigns. So if your budget is only set at $30 a day, it's just not going to give you enough money to disperse into all the different campaigns. The reason most agencies direct you towards a lead form ad is because it's easier to run those ads with a lower ad budget, but the downside of that is the leads who do come in are going to be a lot more unqualified. They won't be pre-sold. You get the benefit of spending less on ads to generate leads, but because of that, you're going to have a lot of lower quality leads coming in. So I recommend if you can't spend $70 to $100 a day on meta ads, just wait, build up your organic strategy, and then look into the ads. But if you're willing to spend $100 a day on meta ads, this is exactly what you're going to follow. Before you even start running ads, your goal needs to be to implement a content funnel. A content funnel will look something like this. This is one of our clients who, after his first week of launching his ads, he closed about $6,000 worth of coatings, spending $70 a day on meta ads. The reason that was the case is because he took 2 weeks to build up this content funnel before he started running his ads. The content funnel basically will direct all of your paid traffic to this Instagram page, so that way people can sift through all of this content, watch the videos, engage with the videos, follow the account, and get retargeted based on the actions that they're taking. So for example, if we click on this video, this one is talking about a car that has a lot of water spots. So if somebody watches 95% of this video, we now know that they're struggling with the same issue and they're looking for a way to remove the water spots from their vehicle. So if we start to retarget them with more information talking about how we can fix those issues for them, that's how we're going to work with a higher quality audience, someone who has more buying intent, and someone who's going to be a little bit easier to close once they're on a call because we know that we're directly targeting them with the issues that they're struggling with. Now, without the content funnel, we wouldn't be able to do that. So all we're going to be able to do is target general traffic. The first step to any ad strategy is always stage 1, which is your profile traffic source. So this right here is basically what's going to push all of that traffic to this Instagram page. So that way we have traffic to actually work with. Without that, we're going to have no people visiting our page and we're going to have nobody to retarget. So when you're going in and creating your stage 1 profile traffic source, this is going to be very general targeting. The way that we create this is you go into your ad account, you click create, you click traffic, click continue, manual, continue, campaign traffic name, stage 1. I typically do profile traffic source, ad set budget, deselect share. We'll typically run this as an A to B split test. You're looking for cost per result. You'll click next. Ad set name, we're going to do top of funnel. You can do general targeting. We're going to click Instagram or Facebook because we want Instagram profile visits. You're going to click your Instagram account. Budgeting and schedule, this is typically going to be 15% of your budget. So if you're spending $100 a day, your goal here would be $15 per day. We're going to set this to run at midnight. So that way you have a full day of testing. And then once we get to the targeting, you're going to click switch to original audience, further limit your reach, continue. We don't really want Advantage Plus because as of right now, manual targeting just seems to do a little bit better. You're going to go in, location. If I'm in Tampa, I'll do Tampa, Florida. And we're typically going to do about a 20-mile radius. Sometimes you can shorten that a little bit more to 15. Just depends on your location. Once you do that, you're going to deselect reach more people. And with the age, I typically start out at 22 to 55 because we're more focused on Instagram. Somebody who's 65 probably isn't as likely to be scrolling through Instagram. Now, I always recommend keeping your targeting general first and run with this test. So do very general targeting. After 3 days, take a look at your lead quality. If you have a lot of visitors or followers who are just really low quality, then you can start to go in and you can adjust the actual interests. So you can go into here and we could do like BMW. Oops. So you could do BMW, Mercedes, you could do like high net worth individuals. You could start to do different targeting in here or target different interests to try and reach a higher quality audience. But typically, we always like to start very general. It usually does the best. And then from there, as we get into retargeting, that's what's going to help qualify those prospects for us. So once you do that, language, I typically do English, and I'll do US. And then placements, this is just where you can adjust where you want your ads to be shown up. So I'll typically start out by deselecting Facebook, and we'll just run it on Instagram. We'll remove Explorer Home, and then we'll remove Search. And then we'll click Next. And this is where you create your actual ads. So your ads, you'll just do ad 1. I typically recommend doing the date as well. So today's the 11th. So we'll do 12/11. Ad 1. Create ad, and this is typically where you're gonna go into your account and you're gonna pull from your content. So stage 1, this is top of funnel. So this content always needs to resonate with a very large audience. Think about if you were walking on the street, you ran into somebody who had no idea who you were, and if you had to explain your services to them in a way that they would understand, that's what top of funnel needs to do for you. It also needs to talk directly to your ICP, your ideal client persona. For example, with top of funnel content, if you're talking to any car owner in your area, that's going to be a car that's 20 years old, brand new. It could be somebody who has no money to invest, somebody who has a ton of money to invest. So it may not bring in the highest quality leads for you. Now, if we talk to somebody who has a car that's $60,000 or newer, and they're talking about a way to protect that investment, or if you're talking to somebody who has a car that's 5 years old or newer, and they're looking for a way to protect that investment, that's a way to talk to your ICP and attract a higher quality audience. So in the beginning, you always want to start fairly general and talk to maybe new car owners, or talk about a paint correction, ceramic coating you're doing, and break down how it's a $1,500 service, and let that try to qualify for you. But after you start testing your ads, give it 3 days, give it maybe up to 7 days. And if you run into an issue where you still have a lot of low quality leads coming in, then from there, that's when we can start to adjust your messaging in those hooks of the videos and start to kind of target a higher quality audience. So for this one, typically what you would do is look for one of your top of funnel videos. So something that would resonate with your audience. Some of the ones that have been doing the best are videos like this right here. We're just kind of storytelling. You're explaining why this client got booked in for your service, what all you did, what the benefits were of it. That one can do well. Even ones like this, where you're in the beginning just giving a brief rundown on what service this prospect is getting done, talking about the price, and then the rest of the video just shows the step-by-step process. These ones have also been doing good as well. So what you would do is you go to your ad account, you would click Use Existing Posts. I don't have access, this is just like a demo, but you'd click Use Existing Posts, select post, you'd go to your Instagram account, and then you'd select that video. And then what you would do is you'd click the 3 lines, you'll click duplicate, and we're going to duplicate 4 other options. So it's going to duplicate in the same campaign, and you're going to have 4 other videos. So in total, you're going to have 5 different videos that you're running to the same audience, and you're going to run an A to B split test across all 5 of those. You'll click publish, and then what happens is you're going to let those run for 3 days. After 3 days, you're going to take a look at the numbers, see which one brings in the best quality leads, which one brings in the lowest cost for you as well, so cost per profile visit, and then you'll take that budget. So let's say you're spending $15 a day on this A to B split test. You'd take that $15 a day and you would duplicate that into the one winning ad. So you'd spend $15 a day on the one ad by itself. And then ideally what happens is maybe you take another $10 a day and then put that $10 a day into the test. So you have the $15 a day running on the winning ads and $10 a day running on the additional test. So that's stage 1. You'd click publish. Again, just very general targeting. This is an example, so I'm not going to click publish here. So we'll just close this, go back to campaigns, and I'm going to delete that because it is an example. So once you have it finished up, then this is kind of what it would look like. Now, stage 2, this is where you get into your first round of retargeting. Okay, so right now, most of the time, if you're struggling to increase lead quality in your D-time business, it's because you're running a basic lead form ad. Maybe you're running just one ad, one lead form ad, and there's typically no retargeting, other than that one video retargeting the same audience over and over again. And typically what happens is you'll have leads that come in they ghost you and then they never respond back to the message, and it's because there's no retargeting that's hitting them from a different angle. So our first stage of retargeting is just retargeting people who showed a little bit of interest. Anybody who visited our profile, so let's say they visited your Instagram profile, or if they clicked on any of these videos and viewed 95% of any of these videos, they're going to start to get retargeted, because now we know that they have a little bit of interest. So we want to keep showing them more of that content. And then out of those people that get retargeted, we want to see who has even more interests. So we're going to want to see who starts to follow our account and engage with our account. And those are the people that we're going to want to go after. That's the 1% of our audience who we know has a bit more interest in our services. So we want to push a little bit harder to try and get them closed. So second round of retargeting is this right here, stage 2, top of funnel, visitors and viewers. So this is basically where you're going to retarget the visitors or the viewers. The way you do that is you click create. Still going to be a traffic campaign. We're not pushing for a lead. We're just pushing for education, trying to inform them on our services. This is how you'll pre-qualify and pre-sell those leads. Campaign name, stage 2, visitors and viewers. Ad set budget, deselect the box. You'll run an A to B split test, cost per result. You'll click next. This right here, top of funnel, visitors and viewers. Instagram or Facebook, you'll select that. Make sure just Instagram is selected. This will also be 15% of your ad budget. So 15, you'll set this to run at midnight. That way it gets a full day of the test. And this is where it starts to switch up. Okay, so we're going to do switch to original audience, further limit your reach, continue. And now what we're going to do is go in and create a custom audience. So create new, custom audience. You're going to click Instagram account. Next, you can click your account. And then we're going to go through here, people who visited your profile. And then you would do 1 day, 30 days, 60 days, and then 90 days. And then I'll just do test, but you'd click create audience. So I'm not going to create that just because I don't want to do it on a demo account, but then it would pop up right here and it's going to start retargeting anybody who visits that profile in the last 1 day, 10 days, 30 days, 60, and 90. Then what you do is click create audience, custom audience. You'll click video, next. You're going to do right here, people who viewed 95% of your video. You're going to do select video. You're going to click Instagram. You're going to click the Instagram account that you want to target. And then all the videos will pop up here. And this is where you can start to go through and retarget anybody who visits or anybody who views 95% of these videos. So for example, if we go in and we look at a video like this one right here, ever wonder why your vehicle is losing its brand new shine? If somebody watches 95% of this video, we know that they're going to resonate with this issue here. They're maybe losing that shine in their vehicle and they're looking for a way to prevent that or restore it. So if they watch 95% of this, we want to start to retarget them with more information, showing them how to fix that issue and making it to where we're the vehicle that's going to get them from the issue that they're currently struggling with to the destination of restoring that shine on their vehicle's paint and protecting that from happening again in the future. And that's what this is for. So you go in, you select all those videos that provide information who fits within your ICP. You'll click continue. And then once you save that audience, it's now going to retarget anybody who visits your profile or views 95% of those videos. And that's where the first round of retargeting starts to come into play. Now, the next stage, well, once you do that, you still want to go in, make sure that you adjust your location, adjust your age group, and then fix your placements. You'll click next, and then same right here. So you'll do the date. So 12/11, add 1. And you're going to use the same exact creatives as you used on the last stage of top of funnel. So this like stage 1 top of funnel, same exact creatives. And you're just going to A to B split test them after 3 days, take a look at which one's doing the best, and then you'll scale that one up and run that one by itself. And then you'll click publish. So again, we'll go back just because it's a demo. Now the third stage I'm going to show you is middle of funnel. So middle of funnel, at this point, now we know that people have interest in our service, but the biggest reason why people get ghosted in the detailing industry, especially when selling ceramic coatings, is because it's a lack of information, a lack of trust, or they just don't see the value in your coding services. They don't feel like it's worth $1,000, or they just don't feel like they need it. And the way that you're going to make them see the value in it, or make them feel like they need it or they want it right now, is providing more information about the benefits or how it's going to fix the issues that they're struggling with. And the first step to doing that is posting content about that on Instagram. Have content that's focused around middle of funnel content, showing right here the benefits of the ceramic coating, what they're going to get out of the coating, how much protection it offers, how it's going to help prevent and save them so much money in the long run from depreciation, fading paint, fixing all of those issues that they would be worried about. And if they see enough of this content over and over and over again, eventually it's going to force them to kind of pique that interest in their mind and make them want this service. And all those people who we now know have a little bit of interest, we're now showing all this information to them, building up the value, building up the trust, building up the information. So once they are interested, once they reach out, they're going to be a lot more educated, making it way easier to close them on the phone. So the way that we're going to start to show them this content is going back into the ads manager, click create, and right here you can see it's going to be followers and engagers. So retargeting anybody who follows the account or engages with the profile. So click create. This one we're going to do engagement. You can either do engagement or you could do leads. Does the same thing. It's going to generate conversations. I personally like to do engagement. I feel like it's a little bit of an easier close process. It's a little bit easier to get some more leads coming in. So you have a slightly lower cost per lead. The only difference is you're not going to get their contact info immediately. So you're kind of leaning into closing them in the DMs. So it'll avoid a few more sales calls. Just depends on the situation. But if you do a good enough job pre-selling people in the content, you'll be able to close plenty of people in the DMs. So I typically always start out with engagement. If you run into an issue with the close rate, then you can switch it over to leads. So I'll click continue, manual, continue, campaign name. So we'll do stage 3, followers and engagers. Ad set budget, we'll deselect the box here. You're going to run an A to B split test. Cost per engagement is typically fine, or you could just do cost per result. Where did that go? So, yeah, we'll just keep it on cost per result. And then we'll click next. Ad set name. So this is going to be middle of funnel, followers, and engagers. We're going to do manual destination, deselect messenger, because we're only going to run these on Instagram. And this one you're going to set at 25% of your budget. So if you're spending $100 a day, it'd be $25. And then set this to start at $11.59. So you have a full day of testing. We're going to go click further limit your reach, continue. And then we're going to go into custom audience, create new, custom audience. And again, we're going to retarget anybody who follows our account or engages with our profile. So you're going to click Instagram, next, click on your page, and then right here, people who started following this account, and then you'll name it. So we'll just do test, but you would typically do new followers. So again, I'm not going to save that because it's a demo, but then it would pop up in here, and then you're going to do create new, custom audience, and then again, engagers. So anybody who engaged with the profile. That's the first one that pops up, people who engaged. And then you could do 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. And then you'll name it here. And then just make sure that you adjust your location, age, and language again. And then you'll go to placements, edit, manual, and then deselect Facebook. Deselect Explorer Home, and then deselect search. Then you'll click next. Same thing, you're going to date your ad. 12/11. These ads will typically run for about 7 to 10 days. Middle of funnel, you can run a little bit longer. Bottom of funnel, you can run for months at a time. Top of funnel, for sure, every 7 to 10 days, circulate out the ads. But I typically recommend test as much as possible. The more creatives that you're circulating in, the better it'll do, just because people aren't the ads aren't getting fatigued. People aren't seeing the same ones over and over and over again. So I'll do ad 1. And this is when you'd go into your account. You're basically going to click on any of the middle of funnel videos. So click use existing posts, select posts, and then you would go through and select any of those middle of funnel videos. And so you'd make one here. You'd click duplicate 4 times. You would actually do right here existing campaign. So make sure that you're in stage 3 and the right ad set. Then you click duplicate. So they'll pop up in here. And then you'll run the same exact audience, but just with 5 different videos. So you'll run an A to B split test, let those run for about 3 days. And after 3 days, that's when you'll scale them up. So the winning ones, you'll run them at the $25 a day for this one campaign. Run them at $25 a day, and then you can start testing again with a smaller budget. And then you'll click publish. So that's the process of how to run top of funnel, stage 1, stage 2, and then middle of funnel. The last one would be bottom of funnel right here. It's the same exact audience, so same exact targeting. The only difference with this one is this is where you're going to start pitching your offer. So at this point, you have leads who are interested, you have leads who are engaging, you have leads who are reaching out. So now we want to do is kind of catch those prospects at the right time and pitch them with an offer. This is how we're going to build up the urgency and incentivize them to move forward immediately on that call. So we're going to typically pitch an offer like first remote coding would be typically $1,650, on sale today only for $999. Targeting the same exact audience, just a different creative. And you'll split test 5 different variations of that offer. You could do 2 or 3 videos, and you could do 2 or 3 images, just having the text on the screen, see which one does the best, run those for 3 days, and then duplicate those. So this is the strategy that all of my clients use. I even use this on a daily basis. Detailing wise, you should average a 7 to 10x return on ad spend from this strategy. You'll definitely see a noticeable difference in lead quality, your response rate, and your booking rate. They'll be a lot easier to close, and they'll be a little bit more eager to close just because they're funneling through all this content, which is pre-selling them for you. So if you want more in-depth help, I offer a 90-day to one-on-one coaching program where I'll basically come into your business. I'll teach you how to optimize your content strategy, your ad process, test the ads, scale the ads. I'll teach you the full sales training and basically teach you how to automate the entire business as well. So it's 90 days. We have a 6-month training as well. And I also have some done for you paid advertising services where if you want us to basically come in, run all the ads for you, I do offer that. If it's something you're interested in, just click the link down below. It'll take you to my Instagram account. Just reach out to me and I can get you some more information on that. Other than that, that's it for this video. I hope you saw a lot of value out of it. If you have any questions, just reach out to me on Instagram and let me know.